The Trump family doesn't have a great track record when it comes to charity and donations. Trump often promising donations, which he never gives. We've talked about the Trump Foundation or whatever it was called having to stop operating as part of an agreement based on an investigation into the fraudulent nature of that. Well, Melania Trump is now getting pulled into it. A Melania Trump event is being investigated after promising to donate proceeds to a charity, that doesn't appear to exist. A charity event set to be hosted by Melania in Florida is being investigated after organizers said a portion of its proceeds would go to a charity that does not appear to exist, per the New York Times. The organizers have said the high tea event in April in Naples, Florida, will benefit Fostering the Future, a Be Best initiative, granting computer science scholarships to those aging out of the foster care system. Tickets are $3,000, VIP tickets are $50,000. We don't know what percentage would go to charity. But what's the real problem? The real problem is the New York Times found no charity with the name Fostering the Future or Be Best registered in Florida. Now you might say, well, maybe they're just not registered. But in Florida, the law requires that organizations soliciting donations register so that you know it's a real charity. Consumer Services Division is currently investigating whether this event involves an entity operating in violation of Chapter 496, Florida statutes. Melania Trump denies that the charity doesn't exist. The New York Times, of course, reported this initially, and people following up. Following the launch of her line of NFTs and the auction of a white hat she wore at the White House, she's selling tickets for this April 9th event in Naples. The Tulips and Topiaries high tea is pitched as a once-in-a-lifetime experience, an afternoon of sophisticated elegance set in elaborate, lush floral gardens designed to inspire giving, hope, possibility, and dreams. There's no indication of how much money will be raised, and Melania says the reporting that the charity doesn't exist is false. She tweeted, "Dishonest reporting at it again. Everything has been done lawfully and all documents are in the works. Read with caution, typical corrupt media." She added she's working with the Bradley Impact Fund, which calls itself a donor-advised fund for conservatives. Does it exist or not? We don't know, but it has real human fund vibes. I don't know how many of you guys are Seinfeld fans, but there's an episode in which the George Costanza character starts asking for donations to the human fund, which is fake. It's just him. It's him. It's, money for people is the slogan. And the money just goes to George. And this is just apparently with Melania, the continuing grift upon grift upon grift that has been the Trump presidency. The campaign he ran was a grift. And then the presidency was a grift. And then the fundraising in order to overturn it was a grift. It's all a grift. And it now involves Melania Trump. And is the charity real or not? Well, it's certainly not registered with the state of Florida. That alone is enough to make it all against the law. They will never stop unless someone stops them. I hope that you will all join me Tuesday, March 1, now just about 10 days away, for Joe Biden's State of the Union address. This is expected to be one of the most consequential State of the Union addresses in a long time for a number of different reasons. Will Joe Biden signal the end of the pandemic phase of COVID? What will be going on with Ukraine, Russia? What will be signaled about the 2022 midterms, which themselves will be so consequential for 2024? Major State of the Union address. We will be live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook starting 1 hour before the speech. I hope you will join me and stick around today. We'll be taking some of your calls. I'll be reading some of your emails and so much more to discuss. Follow me on Twitter at @dpacman. Let me know what you think about Melania's so-called charity. We'll take a quick break and be right back. One of our sponsors is Kamikoto, who creates elegant high-end Japanese steel kitchen knives using traditional techniques from Honshu, Japan. I'm a huge fan of Japanese kitchen knives. I've owned a bunch of different sets. None as nice as my Kamikoto knives made with real Japanese steel. Every knife comes in a beautiful heavy-duty Ashwood box and a lifetime guarantee. You can get them in several different sets and combinations. Kamikoto makes it really easy to figure out which one is best for you. You can also pick up one of Kamikoto's sharpening whetstones, which are designed specially for Kamikoto knives. I've had an excellent experience using Kamikoto knives in my kitchen at home. It just feels comfortable in your hand. The mechanics of slicing with high quality Japanese knives like these feel really, really nice. And right now, Kamikoto is having a huge Valentine's Day sale. You get $50 off on top of their other offers when you go to kamikoto.com/Pacman and use the code Pacman. The link is down below.